Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mladost Pool Complex. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mladost Pool Complex in Zagreb, where the stage is set for our first clash of the day when it comes to the quarterfinals. It's match day 5, match number 87, which means it's time for answers, as I like to say, to the question of who's making it into the top 4. As for the lineups, as for the team news, we'll start off with making it into the top 4. As for the lineups, as for the team news, we'll start off with the white caps. The captain Testa, Scateni, Javicoli, Galli, Gori, Massetti, Romolo, Meli, Putrino, Rosa, Camuto, Marella, Filippi, and Coccozzello. Those are the players representing the white caps today, with the head coach being Federico Mistrangelo. So, like I said, as for the team news, Coutinho is out, Rosa is in, if you compare this lineup to the one that played yesterday. As for the blue caps, the captain Arate, then we have Martinez, Lopez, Shinske, Rico, Gomez, Ortiz de Castro, Aguirre, Diaz, Adri Lopez, Rafael Luengo, Miguel Luengo, Vilar, and Gina Breda. Those are the players representing blue caps when it comes to this first quarter. Luengo, Miguel Luengo, Vilar, and Gina Breda. Those are the players representing blue caps when it comes to this first quarter finals clash, the head coach being Alex Osis Diaz. Now, as for these two teams, they both recorded their only defeat throughout this tournament on match day 2. 2 goals of a difference when it comes to the white caps, only 1 goal of a difference when it comes to the blue caps, and what a match it was indeed. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you, if not everybody, followed it. Plenty of quality water polo, plenty of rising stars, and not that many seconds still left before the first swim off. So maybe my cue to wrap things up when it comes to the introduction. Ruben Sapp and Alexandros Hatzigoulas are the referees of this first quarterfinal match. And as for the blue caps, as you could hear previously, no team news, which means the exact same lineup as the one that played yesterday. Other than that, other 3 games for both of these teams. They won in the previous matches, and that single defeat that both of them can say they experienced in these previous matches, and that single defeat that both of them can say they experienced in these past few days here in the capital of Croatia. And now the question is, which team out of these 2 is making it to the top 4? 10 matches down, 8 more to go when it comes to match day number 5. So this should be our here we go, as everything is set for the first swim off. Is it going to be blue caps? Is it going to be white caps, Shinske or Rumolo? And it's going to be Johnny. Blue caps with the first possession of the quarter. Miguel Luengo, followed by Rosa. Immediate look over to the center position is Arate, the team captain. Ready to receive the pass, not really, and the referee spotted exactly there at the 2-meter line a contact worthy of an exclusion, which means number 11, Marco Camuto, is out. First extra player for blue caps, Aguirre to the right to Johnny. Johnny, no foul on him, dispossessed. According to the referee, everything was by the book, so there's the first possession of the game, of the quarter as well, of course, for the white caps. So 0 out of 1 when it comes to the extra players for blue caps. We'll see how that will change throughout the match. There's the first opportunity with a power play for the white team as number 10, meaning it's the captain, Unai Arate, is out. Will they score from their first man-up situation or not? Let's see. Rumolo sends it in. Gabriele Rumolo makes it 1 out of 1 when it comes to the conversion with the extra player in the pool for the Whitecaps. And as for Rumolo, his third goal of this tournament as well. 1-0 Whitecaps, and do we have an extra player in the pool? I think so, so one of them has to go out. It's going to be the captain Arate, spotted by the referee, so when we sort that out, we are all set to continue. Johnny, fouled by Rosa. A good reaction from the Whitecaps defense there, dispossessing Lopez. And there in a close-up you see the starting goalkeeper, Jacopo Marella. When it comes to the Whitecaps on the other side, Paul Martinez for the Blue Caps. Turnover foul given, so another chance for Blue Caps to equalize in the following 20-ish seconds. Aguirre, the Blue Caps. Turnover foul given, so another chance for Blue Caps to equalize in the following 20-ish seconds. Aguirre sends it to Johnny, who is alone on the right wing, not for long. Foul by Camuto, then immediately looking over, does the center back need any help with the defensive portion of the tasks? Only 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Blue Caps. It was Miguel Luengo sending it to the 2-meter line, which was a good call as another exclusion has been drawn. Number 8 is out, meaning it's Meli. Lopez to the right post, and this was enough for a first penalty shot opportunity of the match. Number 14, meaning it's Filippi, is the next player we're adding the personal foul. Number 1, 2. And as for the penalty, it's going to be Cesc Aguirre going face-to-face with Jacopo Marella. Is this a shot worthy of a 1-1? It is. There's the first goal for Blue Team. Blue Team, Blue Caps, if you will. Says Aguirre. Sends the first penalty shot of the match into the back of the net. And it's now 1-1. Testa. Strong pressing from the Blue Caps. Just take a look at where the Whitecaps' center player is at. Well, 1 out of 2 options, if you will, now. Onto the outfield line to Rumolo. Testa, the team captain, sends it to the left again. The player on the right wing calling for the ball, and his opponent swimming in the counter being Rafael Luengo. All covered when it comes to the fast breaks, or maybe not. Let's see what will Lopez do with the ball. Lopez on the right wing has Miguel Luengo as the closest option to pass to. Still Luengo. Now it's Johnny. Johnny back to the right side of the attack. It goes all the way to the right wing. The center forward being Gina Breda. Now getting the ball, but wasn't quite ready to receive the pass. And immediately an exclusion for Miguel Luengo, if I saw that correctly. Yep, is confirmed by the referees as well. Second man-up situation for the Whitecaps. Testa. 4-2 formation with the extra player in the pool. Slightly intercepted ball there by Lopez, but still Whitecaps with the possession for the next 3 seconds. Will they send it in? Nope, thanks to Martinez and his save. Second save for Paul Martinez in Juanes. Still a 0 in that department when it comes to Jacopo Marella. Number 3 is out, meaning it's Galli, and the Blue Caps will immediately use what was offered there with the extra player. Number 14, Paul Gina Breda, scores to make it 2-1 for the Blue Caps. And as for the extra players department goes, as far as that department goes, should be a better construction. So there you go. First man up situation from which they converted. And the other goal being, of course, that Aguirre's penalty shot to equalize the score. Now first minimum advantage for the Blue Caps. Rosa waiting for his center forward, and this was worthy of a penalty according to the referee. So we're going to add Adri Lopez to Rosa waiting for his center forward, and this was worthy of a penalty according to the referee. So we're going to add Adri Lopez to the list of players who have one personal foul so far in the first quarter. And it's going to be number 10, meaning it's Rosa, with a first penalty shot attempt for the White Caps. Rosa burrs it in. 2-2 as the current state of events in the pool. And we have around 2 more minutes and 30 seconds when it comes to the time left in the first period. Adriano Rosa in his 5th goal of this competition. Johnny, Aguirre, Lopez, Johnny. Now again, Aguirre, who sends the ball to his center. Good defensive display from both of the players who went a bit deeper and helped out the center back being Rosa. So team effort worthy of stealing the possession, and now a chance to make it 3-2 or minimum advantage back for the White Caps. Let's see what will the next 10 seconds bring for the White Caps. It's Rosa. Now Gori. 3-2. When it comes to the assists, I'm going to talk about that for a bit. The player with the most when it comes to that department in the White Caps. Now, even surpassing that number when it comes to the goals scored, as he now has 9. And 1 less, of course, in the assists department. So, back to +1 for the White Caps. And around 1 minute and 20 more seconds of this exciting first quarter. Now it's Aguirre. On to Johnny. Back to Aguirre it goes. Aguirre does not opt to pass the ball to the center. Not just yet. Might be a better option to wait a bit more, as it's Galli who is also acting as the additional help there for the center back. But it's not going to be Galli, it's going to be Testa. And another look at this previous opportunity to convert from the previous attack when it comes to Blue Caps. Additional 18 seconds to do just that after Marella's save. Aguirre, Diaz. Again, Aguirre. Not that many seconds left. Johnny, right after the fall, sends it wide. Less than 50 seconds of the first quarter. Gori. Exclusion spotted. It should be number 2, meaning it's Paul Lopez, which is his first personal foul. And then immediate answer right after getting that extra player. Francesco Putrino is the next scorer when it comes to the White Caps. As for Putrino, player born in 2011, it's his 12th goal of the tournament, which does indeed make him the top scorer of Federico Mistrangelo's team when you look at the previous match days here in Zagreb. So adding additional one to his conto, as the Italians would say. On to the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Let's see what will the Blue Caps offer as the answer in most likely their final attack of the quarter, if everything goes by the book, and it might not, as there's the extra player, and there's the extra player goal. Testa didn't even have a time to get to the little box for the excluded player immediately. Extra player shot worthy of goal number 3 when it comes to the Blue Caps. So now after Aguirre and Gina Breda, we have Samu Diaz as our next scorer. Player born in 2010 with indeed his 10th goal, would you believe it or not. Final 10-ish seconds. Now it's Filippi. And now it's somebody getting excluded. Number 3, meaning it's Johnny for the first time. Another extra player opportunity for the Whitecaps. Testa to the right winger. A good block after Rumolo's shot. And that will pretty much conclude our first chapter when it comes to our first quarterfinal of this afternoon. Meaning White, and that will pretty much conclude our first chapter when it comes to our first quarterfinal of this afternoon. Meaning Whitecaps 4, Blue Caps 3. As a result, we are heading into the second quarter with you saw the statistics as well, so let's wrap it up when it comes to the most important bits. Shot efficiency for the Whitecaps, 66%, 60 on the other side for the Blue Caps, 2 out of 3 when it comes to the extra player shots, 2 out of 2 when it comes to the Blue Caps, and their man-up situations throughout the first 8 minutes. Both of the penalty shots converted, and no fast break shots. Only one 6-meter shot that did not go in. No center shots. So there you go. All set for swim-off number 2, with the first one going in favor of the Blue Caps, and the player swimming for the Blue Caps had to go a bit further into the goal, and everything was set. Now, as for the second swim-off, won by Aguirre, so Blue Caps it is in pursuit to equalize once again. No significant goal difference, just to equalize once again. No significant goal difference just yet, but again, it is the first quarter, and it is two really great teams. I mean, quality throughout both Whitecaps and the Blue Caps. You could have saw just that. You could have seen just that in the past few days. Lopez now gets the ball to his center, and Gina Breda draws another exclusion. Is it going to be one past few days? Lopez now gets the ball to his center, and Gina Breda draws another exclusion. Is it going to be 100% of efficiency when it comes to extra players? Diaz to the left. When it comes to extra players, Diaz to the left side to Aguirre. The excluded player being Rosa, so his first personal foul. No goal for the Blue Caps. No second attempt as well, thanks to Filippo Gori. 2 saves for both of the goalkeepers, and a counter-attack goal goes in. Number 9 as our scorer, meaning it's Francesco Potrino for the second time, but for the first time when it comes to the fast breaks. Player that makes it +2 yet again in favor of the Whitecaps. And again, transition there for Federico Mistrangelo's team. Right at the very start of the second quarter. A bit over than 5 more minutes till the halftime. Like I said, +2 as the biggest advantage we've seen throughout. Johnny. Diaz. Back to Johnny. Gina Breda calling for the ball. Well kept by the Italian players on the left and right back position. Lopez has 5 seconds to come up with a solution. Diaz gets a bit closer in the attacking zone. Diaz fires it in. 5-4. Thanks to goal numero 2 from Samo Diaz. White team 5, blue team 4. That's the current result. Camuto. Again, strong pressing from the Blue Caps. Gori. Then immediately after the fall, Diaz goes back because 2 center forward options are there for the White Caps. Camuto. Gori. Back to the outfield line to Camuto. Gori, the lefty, fires a shot, saved by Alex Villar. Another opportunity, and it will be used. It will be used in the end as Whitecaps score their goal number 6. And yet again, it's Potrino with now a hat-trick of goals. The only time Blue Caps were in the advantage, the minimum one that is, was all the way at the beginning when it was a mini series of 2 goals in a row by penalty shot from Aguirre and then Gina Breda with the extra player. And they are trailing, and they will continue to trail for 2 goals as of now after this turnover fall given. Now we have Camuto with a ball and another exclusion, this time for Diaz. It's his first one. And the Whitecaps number 8 decided to take the shot himself. Meili's shot would be seen yet again from this replay, from this angle. As you see there as well, personal foul number 1 for Diaz. Now from like an initial 4-2 to more of a free formation for the Whitecaps as the idea with this extra player. Now let's see, can they convert it in this 4 seconds that we have left? Nope, thanks to a good block from the captain, Unai Arrate. Exclusion in the transition, meaning number 6 is out, which means it's Massetti's first exclusion. Or first personal foul, if you will. Aguirre. Luengo. Ortiz all the way to the right to Aguirre, who finds the left post, from the left post to the right one, but it was not really an easy nor a precise ball distribution there to Lopez, because it was number 11 Camuto who went back and helped out. Fabio Testa getting the ball from his goalkeeper. Ball stolen by Arate, the captain of the blue team. 2 minutes and around 30 more seconds till it's halftime. Till we're halfway there when it comes to the first answer of the day regarding the top four. Johnny opts for the left side, and it's well read by Marella. Save number 3 for the Whitecaps' goalkeeper, and now a chance to convert from this counter attack. Is it a goal? Is it a penalty shot? It's a goal. It's the first scenario. Marco Camuto makes it +3 for the first time. Federico Mistrangelo sending practically an entirely new lineup to the pool, excluding the captain Fabio Testa and of course the goalkeeper. So 2 minutes, 11 more seconds till the halftime. First time that we see any of the teams actually having the +3 advantage. Lopez. On to Aguirre. Back to Adri Lopez. He still holds the ball. He sends it in himself. A quick answer from the... He still holds the ball. He sends it in himself. A quick answer from the outfield line from the right back position. Action shot goal, cutting back position. Action shot goal, cutting it back to 2 goals of a difference. Lopez's first shot, and he converts it into, when you look at the whole tournament, goal number 10 for him. Testa. Meli gets the ball to Javicoli. Another exclusion, this time for the Blue Caps' center back, and a textbook kind of a play worthy of goal. And number 8. Massetti's goal. Like I said, a great link up there. Link up play between Gori and Massetti. So we're back to 3 goals of a difference between Whitecaps and the Blue Caps. With a minute and around 30 more seconds till the last whistle of the second period. Turnover foul spotted by the referee. So another possession in favor of the Whitecaps, which gives them the opportunity to make the difference even bigger, heading into a bigger break between the quarters. Good ball towards the player who swam through the right post, and it's Galli getting the fall. Galli sends it to Gori, the lefty opts for a returning pass to his teammates, and an easy save there for Alex Villar, who now has 3 saves if the statistics is correct, and we will be going by it. And as for going goes, there goes the player to the box for the excluded players, being, if I saw that correctly, number 2. Yep, Javicoli. A great save there for Marella, but another 18 seconds are in store for the Blue Caps, with the excluded player now back in the action. Aguirre to the right post, and it won't go in. So final 20-ish seconds in favor of the Whitecaps, who are better when it comes to the transition, because there's another player swimming in the counter, but not really what Rumola was hoping for there. Not with the referee's decision nor the way he handled things, as he was the one breaking free without his opponent. And the final 5 seconds, is this enough for Arrate? Nope, it's enough for Gori, and it's blocked by Johnny, which means Whitecaps 8, Blue Caps 5 is the result. We are heading into the second half wave, so 16 minutes down, 16 more minutes of water polo to come, and I am just gonna add that I think the yellow card that one of the referees was showing was meant for somebody on the Blue Caps' bench, and when the confirmation comes, we'll keep you updated. Heading into the final 60 seconds before swim-off number 3, before the so-called second half, if you will. Whitecaps 8, Blue Caps 5. As a result, we're heading into the second portion of this quarterfinal action with, as for the statistics, most important bits, bit lower shot efficiency for both of the teams. 57 for the Whitecaps, 50 now for the Blue Caps. 3 out of 6 for the Whitecaps and 2 out of 4 for the Blue Caps when it comes to the extra player shots. And as for that yellow card, well, we're gonna strike a yellow card shown to the Blue bench, well, Blue Caps' bench, from the record because it was shown to Federico Mistrangelo. So there we go. Now we're up to speed prior to the third swim off. This one, thanks to Il Capitano, Fabio Testa, is won by the Whitecaps. So let's see, can they make it 9-5 in the first try of the third quarter. Testa gets the ball to Gori. The lefty opts for the right side of the goal. Well read by Vilar, which now makes this his save number 4. Johnny, a turnover fall given on Gina Breda. Testa. Filippi. Camuto. Back to Filippi. Testa. Testa gets the ball to the center, who will draw a penalty. Second penalty shot given in favor of the Whitecaps. Number 12 being Miguel Luengo Osuna has his second personal foul now, and Filippi has a chance to score from the second penalty shot given in favor of the Whitecaps. Let's see, will it indeed go that way? It will. A powerful skip shot gets us to 4 goals of a difference between these two teams. Gets us to 4 goals of a difference between these two teams. Player born in 2011. One of 6 when it comes to that year. And just in comparison to the Blue Caps, only 1 player was born in 2011. It's Adri Lopez. Everyone else, of course, 2010. Johnny. Miguel Luengo. Back to Johnny. Now it's Aguirre. Aguirre to the left side of the attack. Back to Aguirre now onto the right one. 10 more seconds to come up with a solution, or at least try to find. Now it's Aguirre. Aguirre to the left side of the attack. Back to Aguirre now onto the right one. 10 more seconds to come up with a solution, or at least try to find the center forward. And Rosa has to go out. Went for the ball over his opponent. Spotted by the referee, meaning you're out for the second time as well. So Rosa, and on the other side, Miguel Luengo are 2 players who have spotted by the referee, meaning you're out for the second time as well. So Rosa, and on the other side, Miguel Luengo are 2 players who have 2 personal fouls. Need to be extra careful not to get the, as I like to call it, the bystander status. Ending their match and this quarterfinal clash too soon. And as you saw, Alex Oses Diaz called for a timeout. So let's try a bit of a reading from the lips, if you will. Which unfortunately for all of us, I'm not really good at. So we'll try to figure it out from the tactics in the pool when we see what's going on in the pool in a few seconds, in 20 to be precise. Lopez, a free formation as the initial situation here. Will one of the players from the outfield line go to the post? Yep, it's going to be the player with the cap number 12, now on the right one. So now a 4-2, a great action for the Blue Caps. Well rehearsed, if you will. Again, a textbook kind of a play. Rehearsed, well, God knows how many times during the preparations. A great action that in the end was crowned with a goal from that left post, and Unai Arrate, el Capitan, cuts it back to free. When you look at the goal difference, Aguirre's second goal, first one came right at the beginning of the quarter when it was the first penalty shot for the Blue Caps. Gori, great ball to the left post, which was worthy of another penalty shot, which means now we add Gina Breda to the list of players with 1 personal fouls. Oh, 1 personal foul, if you will. My mistake. Well, all grammar aside, there's yet another penalty shot converted for the Whitecaps, who are quick to bring it back to 4 goals yet again. The Whitecaps' top scorer keeps the goals coming. This is his 4th one, by the way, and we are, well, let's say halfway there when it comes to the penultimate quarter. 15 goals in the tournament overall. El conto that will most likely be even bigger at the end of this match. Aguirre. Johnny. Aguirre to the center forward. A tough ball there for Arrate. Well, 10 more seconds. Pau Lopez. Lopez now to the captain, and a save by Andreas Cateni. But a penalty shot was shown there. Number 15 as the player with his first personal foul, meaning it's Cocotello. Will that be seen from the replay? Well, maybe, if it's going to be the goal in the end. So let's see. Can Cesc Aguirre score a brace? No, thanks to a great save from Andreas Cateni, but that was not all Cesc Aguirre had to say there. After the initial save, immediately Aguirre was eyeing the ball, eyeing the goal, and did not miss after that second opportunity. A redemption, if you will, right after the initial save, which now brings us to another goal by Cesc Aguirre. A great ball to the left post, but no change to the scoreline from this attack, from this opportunity. Aguirre still with the ball at the left side of the attack. Let's see who will he opt for with the pass. Adri Lopez as the initial idea there, as the closest option, and one of the players is going for a swim through. Wasn't really noticed by one of the teammates that had the ball there. Still 10-7. No goals from the previous 2 attacks. Will this one bring a change to the scoreline? Let's see. Meli to the right side of the attack for Gori. Gori, a great pass to the center. To the right side of the attack for Gori. Gori, a great pass to the center forward who sends it in. A great ball distribution. Overall understanding of the game. And the way Gori spotted Massetti there deserves all the credits there are. And there could possibly be. Massetti now makes it 11-7. As for Massetti, it was goal numero 2. And back to our biggest difference so far. Well, the Blue Caps produce an answer. in the next 24 seconds. Johnny. Aguirre, back to Johnny. 4 seconds. Johnny. Aguirre, back to Johnny. Arate waiting for the ball. Well, trying to now fight for the position there. There's the ball to Arate, but well read by Whitecaps' defense. And now, number 2, meaning Paul Lopez, is out for the second time. Man-up situation for the Whitecaps defense. And now, number 2, meaning Paul Lopez, is out for the second time. Man-up situation for the Whitecaps. Rumolo. 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 First attempt saved. No second chances there thanks to Arate. Aguirre. No side of the counter-attack. Everything well covered when it comes to the Whitecaps and their defensive portions. And as the saying goes, whenever you say something like that, it often proves to be the other way around. That was the exclusion for Rumolo. First attempt won't go in. There's the replay of this opportunity for Blue Caps number 3, Johnny. And with his head, Scateni kept it from going in. Additional 18 seconds are now slowly being 12 on the shot clock. Again, the player on the 2-meter line alone. And this time, one of the Blue Caps won't miss. Number 11, meaning it's Rafael Luengo. Testa, another exclusion. It should be number 8 if I saw that correctly. Yep, Samu Diaz's second personal foul. Testa. Yavikoli, a skip shot attempt to the left side of the goal. Didn't go the way Filippi was hoping for there. Enough of the strength when it comes to the shot, but unluckily for the Whitecaps, not enough precision to match it. Now it's Miguel Luengo, and now it's a turnover fall in front of the referee. Something that won't go unnoticed. And now 4 versus 3 situation in the counter-attack in front of the referee. Something that won't go unnoticed. And now 4 versus 3 situation in the counter-attack for the Whitecaps, who will not score. A great save produced there by Alex Villar. Ortiz, another exclusion. Ortiz immediately sends it to his captain, who loses the ball for a second and sends it in afterwards. Unai Arate now cuts it back to 2 goals of a difference. El Capitan adds another for the Blue Caps. And it's the first time we see 2 goals of a difference after Putrino's goal for, Adri Lopez's goal for 7-5, which was somewhere at the end of the second quarter. So heading into the final one with the around final 30-ish seconds, back to 2 goals it is. The game is far from over. I don't need to point that out. And anything can happen in this final quarter. But let's see who will remain cool, calm, collected, whatever you would like to add to that list of descriptions. Putrino, 4 seconds till the end. Putrino is dispossessed without any additional whistle from the referee. Again, 2 versus of descriptions. Putrino, 4 seconds till the end. Putrino is dispossessed without any additional whistle from the referee. Again, 2 versus 1 situation. Is there enough time? It is for a shot, but it is enough time for another Scateni save. So 11-9 stays as the final results after the third quarter. And as for the final result, well, we're going to have that in more than 8 minutes, that's for sure. Would we count out the potential penalty shootouts with these two high-quality teams? I don't think so at this point. From neutral point of view, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of you watching from home, albeit cheering for the white caps or the blue caps, would like to get this quarter-final clash over with as calm as possible without any additional stress and drama. I feel you, but like I said, with as calm as possible without any additional stress and drama. I feel you, but like I said, from the neutral point of view, from the neutral perspective, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if it went to the penalty shootout, because like I said, plenty of rising stars, quality players. Honestly, if it went to the penalty shootout, because like I said, plenty of rising stars, quality players, albeit what Federico Mistrangelo has at his disposal, or albeit Alex Osis Diaz and his team. And as it often is, these tournaments are great, especially if you are, how do I put this? Loving water polo so much that you follow everything, and when I say, I mean literally everything, from the under 15s, under 16s, 18s, 19s, 20s, you name it. And at these tournaments you can spot so many talented players, then you get to follow along their path of development and going into high quality clubs and being really integral part of their squads, their national teams, whatever, albeit on the club or national team level. And it is really a privilege and beauty to get a chance to be a part of that path as well, from this perspective, from this angle. On we go there. Well, 6 more minutes on the shot clock set, on the scoreboard as well. The players exactly where they are supposed to be. So let's see what will the final 6 minutes bring. And at this point, apologies if it is initially 8 minutes that came out at first, because as you all know, as I'm pretty sure you are familiar with, it is 6 minutes for each of the quarters. Johnny. Let's see what the first possession of the quarter brings. It brings a goal. It brings first Johnny's goal, that is. And it's now only 1 goal of a difference. It brings first Johnny's goal, that is. And it's now only 1 goal of a difference. And ladies and gentlemen, it is 1 goal of a difference for the first time since the first quarter, when it was Gori's goal to make it 3-2. So from that first quarter all the way throughout the fourth, this is the first time we are witnessing such scenario, that there is only 1 goal separating these two teams. Well, the Whitecaps lost possession again. Now Johnny has a chance to score another right after the first attempt. And he is turning over to the referee. Not really sure why did he not whistle there, according to Johnny and his perspective. Whitecaps en route to a possible goal number 12. Putrino Now it's Camuto. On to Gori. Gori opts for a fall and a shot right after that hits the left post. Whitecaps 11, Blue Caps 10, and it's around 4 minutes and 40 more seconds of the quarter. Ortiz to Johnny. Gina Breda having additional keeper there. Well, apparently not good enough over keeping, as the ball did reach him indeed in the end. So Camuto is out. Camuto's second personal foul is in question. Aguirre onto the left wing. A great save produced by Scateni. Meli. Has 6 more seconds to come up with a solution. He sends the ball to Putrino. Putrino is dispossessed. And there's the, well, possible counter-attack, as I see 3 players in the Whitecaps. 4th one coming back. Well, will it be in time? Aguirre. Now to the left side, to the left post, if you will. Just a regular fall on number 11. Johnny. Adri Lopez. Adri Lopez. 11-11. You can see, well, I guess you can hear what the stands have to say after this goal, and the yellow card was now shown to the Blue Caps' bench. What the stands have to say after this goal, and the yellow card was now shown to the Blue Caps' bench. A goal for Adri Lopez, his brace. And a timeout called by Whitecaps' head coach Federico Mistrangelo, because not only was this 2 in a row in this quarter, it's overall 4 goals that have went unanswered by the Whitecaps since the end of the 3rd quarter and all the way to the time that we have at disposal when it comes to the ultimate quarter of the match, the last one that is. Yep, yellow card was shown to Alex Osis Diaz. Thanks to the colleagues who confirmed that on the live play-by-play. So let's see. How will the Whitecaps respond after 4 consecutive goals from the Blue Caps? Do they have what it takes to pull through and to get back into the advantage that was, if you take a look at the biggest goal difference, it was 4 goals of a difference on 2 separate occasions. And then it all went downhill at the final few bits of the 3rd quarter, and now all the way through the 4th one. And that's not what the Whitecaps' head coach, was hoping for. Stolen ball, and now a chance for the Blue Caps to get into the advantage for the very first time since the 1st quarter. Aguirre onto the left wing. Now it's Ortiz. Sends the ball to Adri Lopez, who opts for a diagonal shot, but it goes near the left post of Marella's goal. 2:50. Not a step closer to the first out of 4 answers we're looking for in this exact pool. A turnover foul given on Rosa, which gives another opportunity for the Blue Caps to overturn the deficit completely. Counting the comeback of 4 goals deficit that they had on, like I said before, 2 separate occasions. Johnny. Another exclusion on number 7, and El Capitan gets the Blue Caps back into the minimum advantage, only for the 3rd time in this match. Unai Arrate Perez. His goal courtesy of 12-11 in favor of the blue team, which now, ladies and gentlemen, makes it 5 goals in a row for the blue team. What a comeback. As the blue team would say, la remontada. Well, maybe, because there's still 2 more minutes and around 20 seconds to be played here in this pool. Meli. Still Meli. Testa finds the right winger. Right winger waits for 2 options. I guess the initial one was the left post. Being the center, didn't work at first, but now 5 more seconds to make it work. A great save for Villar, which opens up the path towards goal number 13 for the Blue Caps. A turnover foul spotted by the referee. There's a bit of a hope for the White Caps to try and find a solution to put an end to their goal-scoring draw. But as you saw there, Rosa was dispossessed. Everything by the book, as they would say. Ortiz. Meli commits foul on Ortiz. Diaz. Johnny for his center, not the best pass, so Javicoli did his portion of the defensive tasks. Final 60-ish seconds. Will the white team put an end to their goal-scoring draw? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will, thanks to Federico Massetti. And after 5 goals in a row scored by the Blue Caps, and after quite a lot of time, the White Caps couldn't find the back of the net. There's a goal that keeps their hopes alive, and there's the timeout, of course, expected from Alex Osis Diaz. Around 8 minutes, give or take. That's how long the goal drop lasted for when it comes to the White Caps, who now scored after having 5 goals that went unanswered from the Blue. 5 goals that went unanswered from the Blue Caps, from the Blue team. Final 50 seconds of the match. What's it gonna be? Miguel Luengo gets the ball to Adri Lopez. Lopez sends it to the back of the net. You can just tell how much does it mean to these players. Immediately everyone came right next to Lopez. Immediately, you can just tell how much does it mean to these players. Immediately, everyone came right next to Lopez. Immediately hugging and cheering on one another, but it's not over yet. There's still 44 more seconds. The job is not done. What a match. Might be the final opportunity for the White Caps to send this match into a penalty shootout. Rumolo. Testa gets the ball back to Rumolo. Rumolo gets a bit closer, gets the ball to the right to Coccozzello. Again, Rumolo, less than 10 seconds. Rumolo, and it's saved by Vilar. And it's Zello. Again, Rumolo, less than 10 seconds. Rumolo, and it's saved by Vilar. And it's saved by Vilar. And it's not over, as I said. Because even though you would think it's over, it never really is, huh? That's exactly what Vilar thought there. Lost his concentration for a second. And what a goal from Gabriele Rumolo. He sneaked in there, grabbed the ball, sent it in, and it's now 13-13, and it's now additional player in the pool, so we have to take care of that before we continue with 18 more seconds. You don't see these kinds of goals every day, huh? Okay, Johnny, back to the action, back to the final 10 seconds. For all of you fans, for the Blue Caps, who are hoping that this match does not have a dramatic end. And for all of you fans, for the Blue Caps, who are hoping that this match does not have a dramatic end. And the timeout called by the White Caps, because it was well spotted by Nicolo Gito that they did not use their second timeout, and that there was less than 4 seconds, if not that much even. Maybe even less, that's what I wanted to say. They did not use their second timeout, and that there was less than 4 seconds, if not that much even. Maybe even less, that's what I wanted to say. So, immediate reaction from assistant coach of the White Caps. And now, again, same thing applies, same scenario for all of you fans of the White Caps. There is a slight opportunity that this match does not have a dramatic ending, and that it does not indeed go to a penalty shootout. But, as you saw, the time left and the quality of both of the teams, I mean, would we be surprised that it does not go there? Would it be surprised that it indeed does go to a penalty shootout? I'll let you guys decide. But, like I said, if I saw it correctly, it should be around 4 seconds. We're going to have the exact time. So, 4.1. Okay, that's the exact time left. Let's see what can be produced in such little time at disposal. But a good thing, like I said, is that they had that second timeout. So, the countdown is on. Testa to the left side, and the last attempt was blocked by Johnny. So, I'm not going to say I told you so in the third quarter, but 13-13 is the result after 4 quarters. So, a penalty shootout is about to begin soon, which means plenty of drama. So, a penalty shootout is about to begin soon, which means plenty of drama, plenty of suspense, plenty of quality water polo, just as we like it. As for the top scorers so far, while we're waiting for the penalty takers, 3 out of 3 for El Capitan, Unai Arate Perez, and when it comes to the other side, Putrino, Francesco Putrino has 4 goals to his name, so those 2 would be pointed out as top scorers of each of the teams, respectfully. And the final team talk, the final decisions on who's gonna go to the 5-meter line, who will try to get their team to the top 4. First part of the answer, or maybe first answer, depending on how you look at the things. We're looking for here. And then 3 more when it comes to the action. of this inside pool, on this inside pool. And we couldn't wish for a better ending when it comes to these two teams. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again because it truly is like that. No lie there. Quality players, young talents who are proving themselves at this stage, at this under 16 competition. Now, who has what it takes to take their team to the semi-finals? First penalty taker is Aguirre, and it is Scateni on the goal. So let's see. Time's up. It's time for the first answer. Aguirre sends it in. (14-13) for the Blue Caps. And as for number 14, White Caps, is Mario Filippi is called to action now. It's his turn against Alex Villar-Torrent. Everybody's gathering here. Whoever had a training outside, everybody's waiting for the goal of the white team. On to the next one. Johnny scores. 15-14. On to Il Capitano, on to Fabio Testa and his penalty. Testa hits the right post. Let's take a look at that one more time from this angle as Adri Lopez is all set on the 5-meter line. And Adri Lopez does not miss. On to the next player from the white. On to the next player from the White Caps, who is ready at the 5-meter line. It's Gabriele Rumolo. Rumolo hits the left post as well. Another look at yet another shot that went to the post, to the opposite one. And now, it's Samu Diaz's turn. Samu Diaz sends it in! Samu Diaz does not miss. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of our answer, or should I say the first answer out of 4 we're looking for today. Our answer, or should I say the first answer out of 4 we're looking for today. As the final result is 17-14 for the Blue Caps after the penalty shootout. What a match, and you know the bar is pretty high after this kind of a quarterfinal. Number 1 we have in store for you this afternoon. Enhorabuena to the blue team. And semi-final number 1 we have in store for you this afternoon. Enhorabuena to the blue team. And sadly for the white team, after Testa and Rumolo hit the post, they won't be. After Testa and Rumolo hit the post, they won't be amongst the semi-finalists when it comes to this under-16 tournament here in Zagreb. But, of course, the competition does not end there. Contention from the 5th to the 8th place for them and all of the teams that will lose today in the battle for the semi-final spot. Unai Arate Perez, the Spanish capitan, is the player of the match, and that leaves us One match down, 3 more to go when it comes to the quarterfinals. So hope you enjoyed it. I know we all did here in Zagreb. On to the next one real soon. So we'll be back. Enjoyed it. I know we all did here in Zagreb. On to the next one real soon. So we'll be back.